Good evening. It being 7:15, my apologies to the board. We are here for tonight's zoning board meeting of October 10th. I don't think we have any outside business. Are we doing the reading of the?
You have the agenda?
Yeah, so
You have the agenda, it's right here.
yeah, the agenda, do you have it? It's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
apologies.
No problem.
So we're going to look at the minutes from September 12th. Can
Nancy.
we pass on that?
No, Nancy informed me she did not have them.
Not ready yet?
Ready, but she wanted to put it on there in case.
Okay,
So
excellent.
that would just be
So we're just gonna wait till they're done?
tabled until next
Table.
meeting.
Thank you very much.
Take a vote on that, or just, is it okay?
No, it's
Table.
just a table. There's
All right.
nothing, yeah. And then the next one, Bob, I think I spoke to you about.
No, this is the,
This is just to acknowledge.
this is, there's an acknowledgement between the Town of Abington Zoning Board of Appeals, an agreement between two parties to extend the time of action held pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 48, Section 15. The applicant was Gosling Home Builders LLC. The proposed development is lots A and B at 207 Bedford Street. The location is at the same. The date is 9/12. Pursuant to Chapter 15 of Chapter 48, the parties mutually agreed to extend the time for action on the above proposed property by 60 days. Signed by Sean Riley, the applicant, and Richard Peterson, chairman of the board. Do we have to take a vote on
No,
this?
we just
We already-
recognize it.
we
Just
Yeah,
recognize
just
the
to
minutes.
acknowledge it.
Gotcha, thank you very much. The first item now on our agenda is the acknowledgement, establishment 2A2B. But the petition for Kristen Wilson?
Yep.
Yes.
For a variance under 175-21.A, Section 2. As stated in the application, there is no plans to alter the structure. The requesting is being submitted to approve the existing structure from a one-family dwelling to a two-family dwelling. The property is located at 152 Hancock Street on Assessors Map 29, Lot 71, in the residential R40 zone.
And we have some requests here from her? Do you have the request?
I do have the request. I'm reading the lower half first, correct?
You just read the public hearing notice.
So I don't have to read that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, so just to the zoning board.
So in the continuation of the zoning board of appeals, this is to inform you that the public hearing notice, as just read to the board and to the public, for the petition, did not get publicized in the local newspaper, The Enterprise, as the error was on her part, the applicant, completing the necessary transaction. I understand that I have not met the requirements for the Zoning Board Act under Mass General Laws, Chapter 48, Section 11, Notice of Public Hearing. I'm requesting a continuance to the next public hearing, which would be Thursday, November 14th, 2024. In turn, I will ensure the meeting and publication criteria for this public hearing date. Zoning Enforcement Agent Marion Wong made me aware of this matter and recommended that I could correct this in order for us to move forward with the petition of the applicant. Thank you, Kristen Wilson, property owner at 152 Hancock Street, dated October 2nd, 2024.
So we should vote on this, correct? Yes.
Correct.
Need
and
a
if
motion
it-
to continue?
Yeah, and if you do, it would be for 7:10 PM.
7:10.
Yes.
Want me to do it? Let's see. The request for the petitioner to continue the next public hearing date of Thursday, November 14th, 2024 at 7:10 PM.
Second.
Anything else to be said? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? The ayes have it, 3-0.
All right,
To be continued.
to be continued.
We now take up at 7:20, the petition of Heidi L. Bates for a special permit under 175-32I accessory apartment. This is applicant homeowner would like to convert the existing detached accessory structure into an accessory apartment. The property is located at 648 Summer Street on Assessors Map 25, Lot 30, in the residential 30R30 zone. Is the applicant here? Could you just please stand up, put your name and address, and tell us what you'd like to do?
My name is Heidi Bates, 648 Summer Street, Abington, Mass. 02351. What I'd like to do is take an existing structure and make it into an apartment for my mother with running water and sewerage.
Okay. Is there a bathroom in there now?
No,
Okay. All right. This was when was this built? How many years ago?
2019,
2019?
that the permit is 2019.
And
Oh, I
these are the pictures? I'm just
Yeah,
wondering when.
I think the garage was there beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
then it
Garage
got
was there.
converted.
Modified?
And they could-
Modified in
Modified, okay, that's what we
2019.
voted on before, okay. And here are the pictures. The only thing I would worry about with this is sewerage in the town, and water in the town. And also, if you were to make this a residential, I'm not sure if there are smoke detectors in there, you have to go through the fire department, make sure everything's updated
Yep.
and safe. Is there more than one way out of this? Is
yes.
it two exits? Yeah.
There are two exits.
Okay, all right. Okay. And that's all I got, really, I mean, I can understand.
So is this going to be attached with the patio between the main house and this house still, or is it going to be an overhead roof attaching the two buildings?
No overhead roof attaching the two buildings.
So she'll have to come into the weather and out of the weather to go back and forth between the primary home and the residence she'd be living in?
No, she wouldn't if it gets approved. She wouldn't have to come into my home.
No, I'm just saying, if your mother wanted to visit you,
Oh, yes.
she'd have to come through the weather to get to visit you.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm bringing up as the subject matter, is that if it's a separated home and it's a patio between you and her, it will require, in a blizzard, snowstorm, rainstorm, hailstorm, crummy weather, cold weather, to come in and out of a enclosed structure, come out into the weather and go into an enclosed structure again.
Yes.
And that's the plan that you want to go forward with?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything in the bylaws that it has to be attached to the house? Okay, I just remember that from
It's
one of
an,
the.
it's an in-law if
It's
it's.
an in-law,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm just trying to think of one we went through before where it had a roof. I think they built the roof, but we didn't require it, that's what it was. They had built like
A
an
cabana.
area, cabana type thing. I was just trying to think.
So another question is the stuff that's in there now needs to be moved?
Yes.
Are you gonna be requesting to build a shed or something else to store the stuff you're moving out of this building?
Well, we're planning on having a yard sale.
Can you let me know? Never mind.
He was looking at the snowball right there.
I got one for sale.
See?
So this is gonna be an in-law,
Yes.
and so your mother's gonna live there, you're applying for it now. If we approve it, she would fall under the current requirements of the annual filing of the annual report, that you have to report who's living at the property every single year. You have to bring it up to the building department and turn a form in every year.
Yes.
That either your mother or some other family member is living there to be occupied.
Okay.
That's one of the big things that we have to let you know.
That's the law now, so.
That's the current law right now. So if we go forward with this, that falls under the current bylaw.
Oh, sure.
So you would have to come to the building department annually and file an annual report on who's living at the premises.
Okay.
That's a requirement of continuing the premises as that road. Mm-hmm. Okay?
So I assume this has separate electric, heating system? all that
Yes.
stuff? Okay. All right.
How about parking? You need 3 parking spaces? Do you have 3 parking spaces available?
I can fit 6 in my driveway.
And the size of the structure can only be 50% bigger, well, less, 50% of the existing
Yeah.
structure, the main frame of the house, so. I don't know what size your house is, but
It's small, but it's,
hers would have to be 50% of that.
yes, and it is.
Okay, that's, you deal with the building department,
Right.
so, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Anything else from the board?
No, and I guess the other thing is, just so you're aware, the way, at least right now,
Yeah.
if you sell the property, that special permit is extinguished. So somebody else buying your property would have to come in here and look, at this point at least, to get a special permit for the in-law.
Okay.
Okay?
I'd like to open it up to the public, if anyone has a comment, you or anyone else.
No, see, this is very straightforward, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. The house is small, what she wants that to do with the existing building, require, you know, meets all your requirements. And, we tried to the plumber and the contractor.
Did you want to get up and,
Yeah, can you,
Oh.
can you,
Can I have your name and
Steve DSO.
do you live?
I live on 31 Stella Drive in Weymouth.
Thank you very much, Steve.
You're welcome.
Go right ahead.
And Heidi, of course, always goes by the rules, and the tie-in is very simple. It's actually across the patio. So there's no major excavation or major work. It's,
Too bad.
yeah, where her trap is and her water access is in the perfect spot, actually.
Okay.
And what they gotta do is just dig a little trench and just run the plumbing, what is it, 4 feet down, they said? Well, with the, below the frost line or something like that.
that makes sense.
And just basically plumb it in.
are you the
Okay.
contractor?
No, I'm her boyfriend.
Okay. So
Yeah, but
just-
no, I understand what you're saying, with how easy it would be to take care of that.
Yeah, the contractor was very, it was, what's it,
On the point.
LaPointe, yeah.
Yep,
He
we know
knows.
that name.
He knows.
He knows,
We know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the guy knows what he's
Oh, he
doing,
does,
and that's
yeah.
why we got him.
Right, exactly,
Because, you know, it's gonna all be by code.
right.
And right by the book, and we figured that if he did it, we wouldn't have to worry about anything, everything would be in compliance.
Yes.
So, that's why we're gonna do it the way we're supposed to do it.
All right, excellent.
Yeah,
Thank you very much,
you're
sir.
very welcome.
That being nothing said, I'm calling it back from the public. Vote to close the open.
Make a motion to close the hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything else from the board?
Mary, anything?
Nope.
Looking for a
You got this one?
proposal?
On the petition of Heidi L. Bates for a special permit under section 175-32I, accessory apartment, I move that we approve the special permit.
A second.
Motion and second. Is there anything else to be said? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. 3-0. Good luck.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with
Thank you very
everything.
much, everyone.
All right.
We really appreciate it.